All right, now we move on to night 2, which is Wrestle Dynasty. This is going to be a cross promotion with CMLL, AEW, Ring of Honor, Stardom, and New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, starting off, the very first match is going to crown the first International Women's Cup, and it has 4 separate representatives from 4 separate brands. Persephone representing CMLL, Momo Watanabe representing Stardom, Willow Nightingale representing AEW, and Athena representing Ring of Honor. So I personally picked I picked Momo Watanabe. And Jupi chose Athena. DJF and Ninja both chose Willow. So no one's up for Persephone.
I like my Willow, but I don't know. I just
I mean,
yeah, it was.
Don't get me wrong, Momo's an incredible wrestler, but when it comes down to it, like Willow and Athena, those two have never, ever, I don't think, ever had a dull match.
True.
Like, every match that they've had have been straight surefire bangers as far as female division. So just
now,
having these two. I'm sorry. Go ahead. But yeah,
I was just gonna say, if any of the women in this match were smart, besides Athena, so Athena is the only one going in as champion because she is the Ring of Honor Women's Champion. So if any of them were smart, they would try to get her to get the pinfall, because then you could argue, because the winner of this gets a championship of their respective promotion. However, you could argue, well, I got a title shot for my promotion, but I also pinned the Ring of Honor Women's Champion. So just saying,
yeah,
if they're smart, that'd be me though.
And also,
it's a tough one, man. I'm gonna say Athena, but it's a tough one, man. Now, Johnny, your thoughts?
I'm also gonna go with Athena.
Oh, that was difficult. Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Ninja? Were you gonna say something?
No, I was actually agreeing with you on that one, but that would still keep like the whole Willow and Athena feud going, especially if she's got the AEW title and the Ring of Honor title, and they're both pretty much branded together under the AEW banner. That's gonna keep that feud going for a little while longer. And I think they're trying to lead up to Willow being the more dominant character over Athena, because as good as their matches have been, she's ran over Willow constantly. So I think this is probably going to be the ender for that one.
Fair point. Next up, for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships, a match that was just added, is Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara versus the House of Torture. House of Torture Show and
Yoshinobu Kanemaru.
Yoshinobu Kanemaru. I always forget his name. Sorry. Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Show from House of Torture. I'm going for House of Torture, mainly because I really would love to see them just beat the crap out of everyone, because they're just such villains. I mean, Show uses a wrench and Kanemaru uses whiskey that he spits in people's face. So they're just like, they're great, just villains. So Jupi, me, and Ninja all chose House of Torture, and only DJF chose Dustin and Sammy. What do you guys think? Also, on a side note, this will be the first, on a side note, real quick, this will be the first time Dustin Rhodes has ever wrestled in the Tokyo Dome. So, and it will also be the first time he's contracted to ever wrestle in Japan. So,
damn,
that's
cool.
How it is. I think the only thing that would make that funnier, just for insult to injury, is even if the Japanese wrestlers knew about it, if House of Torture at some point in the match come out and run over Sammy Guevara with a golf cart. They need to bring that back. That would be
We're gonna let that one
Yeah,
go.
so I'm gonna go with Dustin and Sammy Guevara because AEW, which they own Ring of Honor too, they really suck at the thing, like Jack mentioned many times before, where they have no problems with the people showing off like the IGW, championship, the AAA champ, whatever, but they really suck at having other countries take the AEW titles or ring, around. So I just don't see them having these two guys or them allowing these two guys to be in Japan defending the Ring of Honor title day in and day out and show it off and maybe bring more eyes to Ring of Honor because that would be a smart thing. I don't see them doing that. I think they're going to keep the titles on Rhodes and Guevara, unfortunately.
Wait. Hold on a second, guys. Just let me. Whew. All right. Sorry, I couldn't hear you through all that plot armor. Had to make a little breakthrough there. Johnny, what's your
What do you
thoughts?
think, Johnny? Who's your pick?
I'm gonna go with the House of Torture
Awesome.
because I'm not really crazy about Sammy Guevara. And Dustin Rhodes is all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, well, there was one bit of news I was going to bring up, but I'll bring it up after we go over Wrestle Dynasty. But it was one little note I totally forgot to mention, but I'll bring it up at the end. All right, next we go on to the double championships. So 2 championships are on the line. I forgot to mention that. It is both the New Japan Strong Women's Championship and the Rev Pro Women's Championship, as Mercedes Moné will fight Mina Shirakawa. So DJF has Moné. I, Juppie, and Ninja all have Mina. So who are you picking? Is it money or is it tits?
Yep, which one again? Money or tits?
Oh God!
I'm gonna go for Monet because she got the plot armor. Unfortunately, she's got the plot armor, and I know that is it the title on the line?
Strong Women's Champion and
Strong
yeah,
and Rev
yeah.
Pro.
It's a double championship.
She's not. I mean, if she
No, but that'd be messed up because she doesn't need 3 titles on her.
I know,
Right.
but
And then-
I
but at-
think
and then
that
at the
if she
same
got the
time-
title,
At the same time, I will say I do agree with you on that point. But my thing is, if it was the TBS title, 100%, no way Monet's losing. But my thing of it is at least from what I've been hearing, I don't know, I don't watch AEW, but they've been pretty big on Mina. Like they've been actually pushing her pretty damn well. They had her feud with Mariah, a really good feud with Mariah. They've had her have really, really good show matches. The match she just recently had in New Japan has been really big. So I mean, I'm saying potentially. I mean, it's possible.
I think she's pretty over in AEW. She is pretty over.
my thing is, I just feel like if Mercedes Moné loses the title, it's going to be on an AEW pay-per-view. It's not going to be on some other. You know what I mean?
But
Right, but it's not an AEW
but it's not an
but it's not an
belt.
AEW title. It is a New Japan belt. So if she was going to drop
Yeah, the
one,
Strong Women's title.
it's the New
she
Japan
won it off
Strong,
of
not the
Willow.
TBS.
So,
okay, that's different.
That-
then.
yeah, so that's
that's
why-
where it plays up. That's where that's the part where it throws a wrench in. I was like,
Okay,
if
so
it was
that
the
makes
TBS,
sense.
No, you
like I
said
said, if
Monet.
it was the TBS, 100% she's not losing.
Okay, so
New
that makes
Japan
sense.
Strong,
Then. It would be,
I'm like,
I'm going to go for Mina then because she can afford to
Okay.
lose that title.
Yeah, she'd probably be walking around
Okay.
with 3 titles.
Yeah.
Because if she win this, she would have the strongest champion, that TBS champion, and the other championship. Because it's a
The
double
Rev Pro, yeah.
Okay, so
What-
I can see her losing that one.
So what about you, Johnny?
I got my belts mixed up there.
I'm gonna go with Mina just because I'm kind of tired of Monet. She's overrated.
Thank you.
Second
Yes,
reason,
Mercedes Moon.
as a certain glasses wearing critic says.
I can't believe they're not going to have the double chunky chip on this show. I'm surprised he's not on here. Oh my god! To be honest, to be honest with you, I'm not joking. I would actually love it if he fought like Toriano and Toriano just made him look like a jackass. It'd be really funny. Just him like, he's like, no, Cosical, and then like wrap him up in the ropes.
No, worse yet, just to hurt him a little bit more, have him go up against Minoru Suzuki in a cage.
Oh, mwah, mwah. Anyway, okay. Next up for the IWGP World Tag Team Championships. It was the original people who had it were Great-O-Khan and Hanare. Unfortunately, Hanare has suffered a knee injury, and so Great-O-Khan is going to be going into this with a mystery partner that no one knows who it is, versus the Dumb Fucks. So I don't know what they did to get a tag title shot, but apparently they had money.
I mean, they might have had to go on their knees and smoke a certain something, but
yeah. So
but
cool.
my thing of it is it all is going to be determined on who the mystery partner is. Now, I had a theory, and I mentioned this to Ninja, because Great-O-Khan represents United Empire. I would love it if Will Ospreay was the mystery partner, because he started United Empire, and him and Great-O-Khan are best friends. So that would be pretty sick to see Will Ospreay beat the crap out of the Bucks.
Oh yeah,
That's right. You did. Yeah, you guys were mentioned. I did see you talking about that the partner could be like something like Ospreay.
mm-hmm.
Well, I already know what my,
It could be
know what my
anyone.
prediction was.
I feel like
I don't care who his mystery partner is. You know,
I feel like Peter Griffin. It's all like, a boat's one thing, but a mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat. Like that's.
that was so random.
So Jupes, me, and Jupes. Jupes, me, Ninja, and DJF all chose Khan and his mystery partner. So what about you, Mark?
Yeah,
I'm
going with Great-O-Khan, his mystery partner. I don't care if mystery partner is the fucking Brooklyn Brawler. Anyone going up against the Bucks, I'm going to choose them.
100%. Okay, what about you, Johnny?
Same thing.
We know it.
With the United Empire. I don't care if get beat up.
You're gonna have Johnny. You're gonna have Great-O-Khan and Mark. You're gonna have Great-O-Khan and Great-O-Khan and Marco Stunt.
You know what? It could be my water bottle here. His partner could be this water bottle here. I would still go for him. My water bottle and him over the Bucks.
They could be Barry Horowitz.
It could be like Okan and the Gobbledygook. You know what even works? Even Disco Inferno.
It'll be Marty Jannetty.
It'll be Barry Horowitz versus the Young Bucks.
How about
be Marty Jannetty? No, it wouldn't be Marty Jannetty. It'd be Marty Jannetty's severed foot. Like
Yeti.
Oh, too bad. Oh no. Anyway,
it could be Buff Bagwell's top hat. I wouldn't care.
Yeah, it would be Head. Al Snow would let Head be his partner.
I used to like Al Snow.
Okay. Next up is this is the defense of the never openweight title from the winner of the previous match. So base that off of your predictions between Takeshita or Dragon. The winner of that match will go on this night to fight the Stone Pitbull. So Ninja, DJF, and Jupes all chose the winner of the previous night, and I picked the Pitbull. Mostly because I'm going Pitbull solely on the fact that he's going to be fresher. Because I feel like whoever wins that match is not going to go in to this match 100% because they're going to give a lot in that first match. That's just my theory, though. I could be wrong, but I'm curious about that. So what about you, Mark? You going Pitbull or the winner of the last match?
Well, I went for Takeshita, so I'll keep going with Takeshita. See if he takes down the Pitbull. Because again,
Okay.
shenanigans may ensue.
That's true. What about you, Johnny?
I'm gonna go with the Pitbull.
Okay.
Mhm.
How funny would it be? Legit, how funny would it be for Takeshita to win the never openweight and drop it the next night?
Oh wow.
It's all like, hey, this never happened in Japan, but it would be funny.
What have you
See, the
seen?
next match is going to be very one-sided.
No, surprisingly, it's not. Yeah, it's Jungle Bitch versus Yoda Tsuji. It's Ninja and DJF. Both chose Jungle Jackoff, and I and Juppie chose Yoda. So it's actually dead even.
Going for Yoda because fuck Jack Perry.
I agree with you there.
It
but
could be
hear me
Disco
out.
Inferno versus Jack Perry. I'll still see Disco Inferno.
Like, okay, I agree with you there, but hear me out. As much as we hate Perry as an American wrestler, as a Japanese wrestler,
He's
he's
a person.
actually pretty good, pretty big, and he's got a highly deferred fighting style than what he does here in the States. So, like, the Japanese crowd actually likes him. So I'm gonna have to, as much as I hate Jack Perry with every fiber of my being, I'm gonna have to go with him on this because he's on Japanese soil.
It
Well,
could have
here's the
been
thing.
Norman
I would
Smiley.
normally
still
agree
go
with you.
Norman
Hang on.
Smiley.
I would agree with you. Yes, he is popular in Japan. He's liked in Japan, but Yoda Tsuji is loved in Japan. Like girls would go Yata! In the middle of the matches. I don't know what it is about him. They're like, he's tall, he's got a great smile, he's got long hair. I'm just like,
The facial
okay,
hair,
but like
very
legit.
manly looking. He's manly
I
looking.
just
He
like,
doesn't look
I
like a
don't
young
know.
gato.
Look,
And I'm just like, I don't know.
look, to quote
Who's
Iron
anyone
Man, don't
else
get me
because-
wrong, I like the guy, but to quote Iron Man, something about him just makes me want to punch him in his perfect teeth. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
It's
what it
jealousy,
is,
and I love it.
but something's just.
What about you? What about you, Johnny? You picking Jungle Boy, or I mean Jack Perry? Or you picking Yoda Tsuji?
Yoda.
She is lose, I hope.
Well, I mean, it could be Yota could be going in as the IWGP Global Champion because it really could be either him or Finley. Neither belt is on the line, which is good, but it's still the belt isn't on the line, but it's still. Next match.
But then again, by
is
that logic, Perry could win. You know, because there's
That's
no
true.
title on the line. So, you know, just
That is true.
I'm just
That is
fed up
true.
with Perry.
yeah.
I agree. So next up, also a dead even match, is David Finlay versus Brody King. Now this match is going to be good. I think this match is going to be a banger.
Yeah.
I love both these guys, but
It's hard.
King is a hard hitting style, but so is Finlay, and Finlay is far more unpredictable than Brody King.
Look who his father
me-
is, for God's sakes.
True. Me and Juppie chose Finlay. Panda and DJF chose King. So once again, we got a dead even split. What about you, Mark? What do you think? David Finlay or Brody King?
Brody King. But you know what I mean. Representing the
Brody
House of
King.
Black.
Oh, Kakarot. Anyway, Johnny, who do you got? Brody
I'm
King
gonna go
or
with
David Finlay?
David Finlay.
Finlay?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. That one's gonna be dead even. Interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, let's see how this works out.
So next up is the possible new champion. Not sure. Hopefully not. I don't know. Shota Umino versus Claudio Castagnoli. So both Juppie and I chose Shota. Panda and DJF chose Claudio. So once again, we got another dead even one. Wow, we're getting pretty dead even on these.
I'm gonna go for Shota Umino because fuck Casanova.
Well, he's good, man.
That's
Shota,
right.
Shota. People sleep on Shota. He's very talented. A lot of people keep thinking they want to make him the new Tanahashi, which I'm like, it's a bit of a tall order, but all right.
I mean,
what about you, Johnny?
He
Who
might
you
get
picking?
there in a couple of years, you know.
Yeah, here and there. Yeah. What do you think, Johnny? Shota
I'm gonna
or
go
Claudio?
with Shota.
Shota. All right. Okay. Next up, we have Zack Sabre Jr. versus Ricochet.
No
Sorry.
chill, man. No chill.
So it's me, Jupes, and Ninja all chose Zack Sabre. DJF chose Ricochet. So
Don't
what
get
do
me
you guys
wrong.
think?
As much as I like Ricochet, and I love the fact that this is probably going to give this is probably going to give Cornette a freaking seizure just watching the match. The
Let's see
simple
what
fact is this, and Jack, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You've probably seen it before, but you never really thought about it. Now, Zack Sabre is fighting the night before, correct?
Yes, he's defending his
Yeah, that's a
IWGP
match.
Championship.
Yeah, which means he's probably already going to be tired, hurt, injured, or something like that. He fights more tenacious with more tenacity, and he fights way more ruthless when he's injured than he does when he's fresh.
Ooh.
True.
So
Plus the fact that, the other biggest factor to me, and there's a reason. Here's the thing. A little history here. So Will Ospreay and Ricochet for the longest time before either of them were mainstream stars. They had the longest rivalry. They were considered the two greatest high flyers on the planet. However, Zack Sabre Jr. at the same time, Will Ospreay could never beat Zack Sabre Jr. because his style of wrestling, which was flips and high flying and could never match his ground mat wrestling. There's a reason Zack Sabre is the greatest technical wrestler on the planet, because technical wrestling, it's not about looking pretty or anything. It's just about like making people tap.
Yeah.
And Sabre, this is the thing. You could say fighting Ricochet would be like fighting a mosquito, and fighting Sabre is like fighting Gumby. Fighting Sabre would be like fighting Luffy from One Piece. It's just all stretch, and you're like, damn it. But that's the thing, is that's what makes him so deadly. And everyone goes, oh, but he's so scrawny. I'm like, no, he's flexible. The dude is like he's literally like a rubber band. He's crazy how good he is. But that's the main factor with me. Plus the fact that my bigger issue is that, they've been building up Ricochet, and then taking his stupid, terrible mic skills and the fact that they clearly don't know what to do with him. His loss record is so bad. It is so bad since he's been in AEW. And I'm like, and you want to challenge the world championship? Also, I had one last thing that made me laugh my ass off. When he attacked Sabre to challenge him, for some reason, he goes, you and me, January 5. And everyone's like,
I remember
5?
that. I remember that.
You mean 5th? Like, it's not your second language. Remember that. Also, I'm also one last thing. Stupidest fucking spirit going. I'm like, no, stop it. It's stupid. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. But what do you think, Mark?
Wait. I'm gonna say, do you think they have any American fans over there that can throw some toilet paper at the ring when Ricochet enters?
Granted, it would be funny if they did. I would laugh my ass off. I laugh out there. They're like, I love how after they threw that at World's End, Excalibur's like, well, usually they throw that before the match, and just like, because he's thinking about the ribbons. I'm like, no, they do throw it before them. I know. I literally said, wow. And you thought WWE was going to make you look bad? I'm like, you thought WWE made you look bad. At least they didn't cover you in toilet paper.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm going with
Anyway.
Zack Sabre Jr.
What about
Yeah,
you, Johnny?
Same thing. I'm also going with Zack Sabre Jr.
All right. And now we come to the final match. This is going to be a war because it's going to be Kenny Omega versus Gabe Kidd. So I know you guys don't know who Gabe Kidd is, but this is the guy who put Eddie Kingston on the shelf. He is a beast in the ring. He is nonstop. He's just a fighter. That's all he is. Great on the mic. Like his nickname used to be the Madman. I forgot what his new nickname is, but he is just such a fucking. I don't know what he reminds me. He reminds me of he kind of reminds me of I'm trying to think who I could compare him to. He does kind of remind me of Suzuki in a weird way.
Yeah.
But he's more like he loves pissing off fans.
Like a
He
younger,
loves
more
pissing.
angrier Suzuki.
Yeah, when I was at the Walter Pyramid and I saw at the most recent New Japan show and New Japan Strong Style Evolved, and there was a guy who had a sign that was making fun of Gabe Kidd, and Gabe won the match, and then after the match he pointed at the guy holding the sign. He's like, "Fuck you and fuck your fat mother, bitch." I was like, "Damn." I was like, and then he literally said, like, he was dogging on Kenny. He was so good on the mic. And I love how he said, even when he was promoting New Japan, he keeps dogging on AEW. And he hates AEW to death because of the fact that he literally said, all they do is poach talent. They use us. They abuse us. They mistreat us. They don't care about us. And yet they want to use us as a platform to make themselves better. And everyone in Japan that are Japan fans are like, yeah, they do. And even AEW fans are like, yeah, they do. And Kenny's coming, and he's literally, and Gabe even said at the press conference, he goes, there's a reason you decided to return match in New Japan because you know you couldn't draw a goddamn crowd in AEW.
Okay, that's yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
speaking of which, this just popped up on Twitter a few minutes ago. Kenny Omega just posted, before my return tomorrow, I want to announce I'm debuting a new entrance at the Tokyo Dome. A new song created by the amazing Final Fantasy 14 and 16 composer Masayoshi Soken with vocals by Jason Miller and a special voice by the legendary Nobuo Uematsu.
Oh, he's the one who does all.
So
Nobuo Uematsu. Oh shit, that's crazy.
So
yeah, they must have paid up the ass for him.
If it's anything in comparison to his Sephiroth intro at the last Wrestle Kingdom he was with when he went up against Ospreay, his intro, despite whether he wins or not, is going to be a banger. It's going to be ridiculous.
Oh, I will not doubt his entrances have always been great, but it's like, and this is the other thing. If this were Prime Omega, I would 100% be choosing Omega, but like, we don't know how he is now. I mean, we've seen him the past couple of years before he left, and he's kind of slowed down a lot, and he hasn't been doing as good as he was. And then now he had to get like a bunch of feet of his intestines removed and had to get like surgery and all this stuff. We don't know how good he is anymore.
Not to mention prior to that, he had just came back from shoulder surgery.
Yeah, I'm like, and I know Gabe, he's going to take advantage of that shit.
Oh yeah,
because he doesn't give a fuck. But because of that, I'm the only contrarian choosing Gabe Kidd, whereas Jupi, Ninja, and DJF all chose Kenny Omega. What do you guys think?
I want to say before you give it, I chose Omega because it's a comeback for him. That's the only reason I chose him. And he's debuting back here because why debuting it go back to AEW? But why do it there? Let's do it in Japan.
Yep, and I went for Kenny Omega, hence the shirt.
What about you, Johnny?
I'm also going for Kenny Omega just for the fact that it's kind of like him coming back, and hopefully he'll deliver in this match.
Hmm.
I mean,
Let's see
with
that.
the intro, I mean, it's not always, but usually whoever comes up with the bigger, more badder intro, they usually win the match.
We noticed that with the
Yeah.
AEW pay-per-views, but I don't know about the the Japanese ones so much.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean,
There
case in
was
point, he did come back with that Sephiroth intro, but he did still lose to Osprey in that match.
That's true. There was one other match that was on the card, but it is a Lucha 8-man tag, a Lucha Mystery 8-man tag
Yeah.
with CMLL and New Japan representatives, but none of the competitors have been announced. So, yeah, we can't really make a prediction about that. So, other than that, that
Even-
is, yeah.
I'm sorry. Let's say
I'm going for the Mexicans. Gotta go for the compas.
You going for the Compass?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going for everyone from CMLL.
Yep, there we go. They'll all have a good serving of menudo.
Eso tequila.
Yep, all I have some tequila.
Eso tortillas.
Yep.
Better be flour. Better be flour kind.
Yep.
It's the Chupacabras versus the Kappas. No.
Hey, you're leaving out the pozole. You're leaving out the pozole.
Pozole. I have some pozole.
Mhm.
I bought him some.
Yep.
Pozole de puerco.
Anyway.
Mhm.
What are they saying? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But no, so that's Wrestle Kingdom, Wrestle Dynasty. The one last bit of news I was going to mention, I totally forgot to mention this. And this is kind of going into what Gabe Kidd said. New Japan Pro Wrestling has lost their American TV deal with Access TV because apparently Tony Khan is basically buying the time slot for Access TV so he could re-air AEW. So basically screwed them out of their TV contract. So
Wait. Who got screwed out again?
So New Japan Pro Wrestling does rebroadcasts of their shows on Access TV, which is, I believe, on
Gotcha.
DirecTV.
Yeah, that's what I thought I was hearing.
And their contract was not renewed this year because apparently the time slot which they had before was bought by Tony Khan to have AEW on there. So literally he did it so he could basically weaseled his way into taking New Japan's spot so they won't have any TV deals in America. So
You know, my opinion on that, Mr. I'm not trying to be a Vince McMahon is pulling a Vince McMahon.
100%.
Words of
And the
William
funny
Shatner.
thing is,
Khan!
funny thing is here's the thing. Khan thinks that by doing stuff like this, that he is somehow in his weird brain, that he somehow made it like kind of like a power move to say, hey, I'm in charge. But in reality, what he's doing is he's pushing everyone to work with his competition and not him.
Yeah.
Because WWE has been proving that they are now open to working indie shows, working these things. In fact, one of the other things they just announced earlier yesterday was that they used to have a show called NXT Level Up, which was kind of like their pre-NXT to show off their, the talents can kind of get used to the ring. Now, apparently, they are now changing it to be called NXT Evolve. So they're going to have the guy who ran Evolve Wrestling running that to help them build up their talent roster. So I'm like, oh, sweet. So it's now going to be Evolve. Basically, the guy who runs Evolve Wrestling, since WWE now owns the right to it, they're going to just call it NXT Evolve. And I'm like, oh, all right, cool. So, and in that new brand of roster of talent in the most recent NXT showing was Smiley Kylie Ray. So I'm like, yeah.
Oh, and on top of this, you were talking about New Japan Pro or maybe other companies going to other competitions. One recent news, Osmo from WWE is actually the
Omos.
first WWE wrestler to actually hold a title in Japan currently.
Omos. Yeah, Omos is now
Omos.
one half of the Omos is now one half of the GHC Tag Team Champions. I forgot who the other guy he's with, but yeah, so he's the first WWE contracted talent to win a title in Pro Wrestling Noah. And then that same show, Shinsuke Nakamura defended the WWE United States Championship in Pro Wrestling Noah, making it the first WWE title defended in Noah. So,
and why did I
it's
call
pretty
him
cool.
Osmo?
You were thinking of Fairly Odd Parents, Cosmo.
Right? He only won the title because he has godparents.
Anyway, but so that's Wrestle Kingdom, Wrestle Dynasty. At the time of recording this, we don't know any of the results. I believe at the time of airing, we don't know any of the results, who's going to win. But so far, but I can say for sure, regardless of who wins, it is going to be a 2-night event of just bangers and just stacked on stacked on stacked of talent, just giving their all. And it's going to blow away almost any other show, at least in the past year, with maybe the exception of WrestleMania. But generally, it's going to be overshadowed. But it'll set the standard for this upcoming year of wrestling to look forward to. So,
all right.
Is there any match you're specifically anyone's looking forward to on the show or either show or?
It's hard to say. They're all pretty awesome.
Yeah, there's not one match I can just like narrow down that I really want to see. I really want to see the entire pay-per-view. Well, minus the dumb fucks, but I kind of want to see who the tag team partner is.
I want to see that one just to see them lose.
I'm curious who the tag team partner is.
Yeah.
Now, what would be hilarious, and I've heard of this happening before, just, pro wrestlers having like a 1 to 2 night indie contract where they could break out of the regular contract and go into the independent one. What if, and I know this is Reed Richards stretching here, it would be freaking hilarious if Okan comes out and his tag team, all of a sudden, his tag team partner's music plays, and it's Living Color's Cult of Personality.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Tokyo Dome would fucking lose. Not that it would happen.
I think that
could happen.
I think the Bucks would shit themselves, honestly, if they heard.
Oh,
if
man.
they heard that.
I would love that. Would be priceless, man.
Just their faces and then the zoom in of them.
But they probably can't do that because Tony Khan would fear for his life.
Of course.
Oh, and to make it worse, Perry would be there? Oh, dear.
He's really going to be fearing for his life. Yeah, well, not really. I mean, he's scared of everything, so you know. Oh, so here's what the ones that I'm the most curious about. The match with Azumi, I'm curious about. The Tanahashi for Wrestle Kingdom, I'm curious about the Tanahashi match, the Azumi match, and the Naito match. I'm curious about those three for Wrestle Kingdom. And for Wrestle Dynasty, that 4-way with Athena and Willow and all of them.
Oh, yeah,
I'm really curious
that's
about that
I'm
one.
most curious about. Yeah.
I am actually surprisingly curious about the Mercedes versus Mina match.
Yeah.
Because I want Mina to beat her. But I'm just really curious how that's going to go. And also the Omega match. I mean, Kenny's back. It's been a while. I'm really curious about that. And only the Okan match, I'm just curious based on who his partner is. That's the only reason. And I hope that the Bucks.
Yeah, I mean, all the matches from here are bangers. The only one I'm most curious is that 4-way with Athena and Willow and them.
Yeah, it's just.
One clever thing is that I don't know how the storylines cross over but it would be cool if it set up another match for Ring of Honor, for Willow and Athena and stuff, and see if maybe Willow wins the title then.
Yeah, but the problem is, it's still not going to be viewed that much because it is just.
Well, yeah, but they'll show clips and things. It's just like how they showed, her stuff with Mercedes to explain the rivalry, whatever. Like,
yeah.
I was also gonna one other bit of news that you might be interested in. So for those that missed Stardom's equivalent of Wrestle Kingdom, which was Dream Queendom, it was a fantastic show. It was on December 29th. But I believe on the 3rd, they had their other show, which is called New Year Dream. And during that, there was a tag team match with Mina Shirakawa and a mystery partner. And the mystery partner ended up being the returning Tai Conti.
Oh,
Yeah. So Tai Conti actually came back. She actually wrestled. She's gotten way better in wrestling. Doesn't quite look how she did the last time we saw her, but granted, things change. But she put up a hell of a match. Unfortunately, they did lose, but I thought, you guys should know that, Tai Conti is back. So I don't know if she's going to stay long term in Stardom. It was, I believe it was Oedo Tai. Let me check. It was, it was a cross promotion tag match. So it was Tekla from Oedo Tai and Athena. So Athena and Tekla tag teamed against Mina Shirakawa and the returning Tai Conti, and Athena got the pin over Mina. So yeah, but like I said, I just wanted to let you guys know that. But if you haven't checked out Dream Queendom, Stardom Dream Queendom, also amazing show. So yeah, this past couple days has been just hyped wrestling, Dream Queendom, Wrestle Kingdom, Wrestle Dynasty, and then on the 6th we got the new premiere of Raw. And I don't know if anyone saw SmackDown, but Tiffany Stratton finally cashed in her Money in the Bank and won against Nia Jax, so she's the WWE Women's Champion. So yeah, it's pretty. I'm excited to be into. I love wrestling. So yes.